Gerson, can you do the honors, dog?
Of what?
You know what it is, man.
Mustard!
Oh man. Welcome back to the Couch Bros podcast, man. Holy moly macaroni. We have a reunion. Rob Man is back in the building, man. Clap it up for Rob, man. Give it a round of applause for Rob, man. He's back in the building, man. How are you, man?
Hey, man, I feel like a guest on the couch right now, man.
Man, you are a guest on the couch, man. How does it feel to be a guest on the couch, man? First time being a guest on the Couch Bros podcast. Rob, man, what's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, man? No, man, everything's good, man. I mean, I found out some like wild news yesterday. My grandma passed away.
Damn.
So
bro. You just gonna drop that on us, like?
Yeah,
Like,
I posted it on Facebook.
Bro, my Facebook got hacked, so I can't see anything.
Oh,
I literally
yeah.
told you personally.
No,
bro,
no, what?
I told
No,
you
I
to check
forgot
out
about that. I
to
forgot
see
about
if
that.
anybody posted wild shit on my Facebook.
Nah,
bro.
your Facebook has been pretty ghost actually. I haven't
Okay.
seen shit. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
seen shit.
So I haven't seen anything, bro. But that sucks. That's how we get information now, bro. Not saying that's anything, but it's just
No, it's funny because it's just it's and like people hit you up about it and shit. But yeah, man. Like now I found out grandma. Well, listen, on Friday night, my old girl before she went to work, she told me like, hey, Granny's been sick. She been throwing up. Like she ain't been feeling too good. I think they're gonna take her to the hospital tomorrow. Da 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 da. So all yesterday I was thinking like, damn, the time has come. And when I got home, I literally walked through the door. My sister comes and goes, Rod. I go, what's up with grandma? First thing I asked. And Jesse didn't hold back. She's like, oh, she gone. She gone, boo.
That's your sister, man.
She gone.
Funny as hell, man. Come on, man.
Dog. But
What a way to pass the message, yeah.
But
Hey,
it's
it's
so
funny.
funny because that's exactly how Jesse talks too. So I literally could see her like she was in my face. Telling
It was
me like
funny
that,
too
bro.
because my old girl was just like, "Damn, man, you can't wait till he sits down." Like, but Jesse was just like, "Shit, he asked me." So, but nah, man, listen, man, grandma lived to be 100 years old. She lived a good life, bro. I was thinking about it, dog. My grandma has been old my whole life, dog. Like, she was 65 when I was born, because I'm 35. She was 65 when I was born, dog. This lady has been an old lady my entire life. I didn't even get to see her as like a midlife crisis level adult, nigga. Like, that's just crazy.
Well, when you say that, it just pops in my head that it ain't normal to be a grandparent young. You know what I'm saying? You're supposed to be old. But no, now at this age, I made my grandparents when I was 24. You know what I'm saying? So like at the time they had to be like a good 40 something.
Right.
But it's normal to be young now these days to, have grandkids and whatnot. But I was just thinking when I finished talking to you yesterday about it, I was just like, man, grandma made it to 100, bro. I'm out here struggling to get to 50, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, yeah. So to me, and I've always had that conversation. But before I transition, speaking of grandkids, man, we got a grandchild right here, man. Say what's up, baby. Say hi.
Hi.
This is my daughter on the podcast, making her return back to the couch, man.
Baby Z.
Baby Z, how you doing? You good? You good? Say I'm good.
Good.
You all right? Yeah, man. You feel me? And the thing about it is, there has to be a certain cutoff, right? Once you hit 80, bro, you celebrate my life.
Facts.
Once I
Facts.
hit 80 and I die, it's a celebration. 79 and beyond, all right, be sad.
Yeah.
Once I hit 80, dog, once I'm back in diapers, bro, just celebrate my life, dog. It was time for me to go.
Well, but statistically, aren't we like 72 or something like that?
Well,
71?
I know for as terrible as our diets are, as bad as we eat and all of that stuff, we are living longer than we've ever lived long. We're now living longer than we've ever lived at any generation, right? And there's a lot of problems because of that. You feel me? Certain roles in corporate are not getting filled, they're not getting moved because niggas ain't retiring and niggas ain't leaving.
Right.
And it is what it is. But again, we're older than we've ever been.
Right.
So, but yeah, bro, like, listen, dog, like, my grandfather died when he was, 96? Right. What we doing, man?
Bro, you so right. Because when I got home, you know, Jesse was telling me how she cried. I was just like, damn, you still cry, bro? Like, we do this. Like, bro, once we celebrated 100, bitch, we knew this was coming.
Yeah,
dog.
facts.
Like,
to make it to 100 is crazy.
Exactly, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you know, since I brought her up, I'll share a story before we actually move on with the pod. And this is why I think, because we were sharing stories this morning, and I'll never forget, bro. When I was in middle school, I was doing bad in school, right? And I had a fucked up report card. So, you know, we went to hood schools, Herbie. Like, you went to Lauderhill, I went to William Dandy. So, you know, I was able to finesse my peoples, man. I was able to tell my peoples, yeah, you know, the computer systems are down. You know, they haven't given us our report cards. You know, I was not like the type of kid that like cap to my parents and shit. So they bought it, dog. So I could never really figure out. Like, I had tried to make a fake report card. I knew that shit wasn't gonna fly. So I then just thought, like, you know what, man, maybe they'll just forget about it. Nigga, like, a couple weeks passed by, old boy literally fucking kicks my door open and goes, Rodney, report card, now. So at that point, I'm just like, fuck. Fuck, dog, I'm about to get my ass up. So I'm downstairs, I'm explaining to my people, like, okay. So I give them my actual report card, you know. My old girl gassing my pops up, like, oh, Pete. She was like, oh, we need to whoop him. Clifford, Khalil, Clifford. You know, my mom going in. So my pops grabs the belt, and I'm sitting there just waiting for that, just bracing myself. And then grandma jumps in between us. And grandma gets on her knees and goes, Clifford. She goes, no. She goes, no, Clifford, no. Papa, petit, what? Papa, Khalil, petit, what? You know what I'm saying? In Creole, she's basically telling the nigga, like, please don't beat him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He just didn't want to get in trouble, da-da-da-da. So, you know, after that shit, I got grounded, but they didn't beat me. Like, pops didn't whoop my ass. And from that point on, bro, I never did bad at school ever again. That was the last time I was, like, all fucked up with my grades. So, Granny, you know what I'm saying? You in heaven now. I thank you for everything you did, but that's one memory that'll always stick with your boy. R.I.P. Ursulia Paul.
You know what's funny? When you told me to say that story, I can remember in 6th grade, I tried to change the F to a B with pen, and it didn't go through. I was just like, damn, I just fucked this paper up.
Yeah, y'all rookies, man. This is what you do, man. You print out the letters, bruh. You cut the letters out. You put it over, and then you scan it, and then you reprint it, man. Come on, dog. The problem is, here's the problem.
Yeah.
You feel me? Not saying that I'm an expert on this or anything, you know? Wink, wink. But, you know, the problem is that I did it, and I did that. We went through the whole process, cut the letters out, put them over there, get the little glue, stick it over, scan it, reprint it out. It looks great. I handed it in to my mom. She went for it because it looked great. Problem is that around that time, so many motherfuckers was doing it. How you think I knew about it? How you think I mastered the art? It got to the point where teachers were personally calling to call and tell you what grade your kid got. So my 3 A's and a B, because you got to throw a B in there, you know, just to throw niggas off, dog.
I mean, why you needed 3 A's? You could have just...
You gotta go. You gotta aim high, bro.
You gotta aim high. Nigga, you trying to get some. You trying to get some good gifts. You don't need to lie high.
You just need to be like the funniest thing, right? Because I remember this when you say that. I remember this like little kids, like 3rd grade and some shit. I was just getting some C's and B's. I was just like, yeah, I'm straight. And then there go my cousin over here, straight A's and shit like that. And they like, hey, he probably born. He probably. Basically, like, he ain't fail, but he could do better than this and blah, blah, blah to my parents and shit like that. I'm like, come on, bruh. I passed, nigga. That's all I care about.
Listen, man, them niggas called my mama house, dog, and when I caught wind, bruh, luckily, my mom used to work late. So I would always be there to pick up the phone, bruh. Or
so what you did is pretend
nigga,
to be your dad?
No, nigga, I'm freaking 12 years old. There's no pretending to be anything, bruh. I hear this is so-and-so school district. Click. 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 Hanging up that phone, dog. Problem is, man, my mom was off one day, and it was a race to the phone. I lost that race. I went in my room and I just prepared for doomsday, dog, because I knew what was coming. You gotta imagine. I got away for like 3 quarters. every time I know I'm getting D's and F's, bro. They're knocking that shit out, bro. A, B, B, B. My mom bigging me up, hyping me up to all her friends.
That's what really gets so bad. She hyping you up like my son
Hyping me
got
up
grades.
or whatever, dog. And then she got that call and got the grades, dog. And I had to have that conversation with why they telling her that I got 3 F's, but the report card said I got 3 A's and a B, dog. It was definitely a conversation, man. It was definitely a conversation, man. But shit, let's get into it. You already know what time it is, man. We are on the heels of a surprise album drop from Kendrick Lamar. And man, I gotta tell you, bro, that little 5'6" nigga has a keen sense of understanding the moment whenever he drops. And I have a lot of thoughts, but let's just talk about the album, man. Everybody's heard it, right?
Yeah.
So, let's get into it, man. Gerson, started with you, man. What was your review of the album so far?
I mean, I loved it. No skips really, and it hit me in a way of like, oh shit, he really made West Coast music this time. Like it has a West Coast vibe that honestly I never really was attracted to. Like I don't really listen to their music like that. I don't find joy in their music like that. But this could be the first time where, as a Kendrick Lamar fan, I can sit there. Oh, he really tried to push the West Coast sound, and I love it because normally, honestly, outside of like listening to Tupac, the game, like for the most part,
And the game is West Coast, but there's a lot of
it's
East
not.
Coast in it, right?
Yeah, so that's my
Yeah.
point.
So
Like
it's not like, trust me, it's not hardcore West Coast with the game.
no, but that's my point of like I'm not really attracted to that sound, but he really made that type of music, and I'm like, damn, man, this nigga can just. I guess he can make anything, and it's just worth listening to or whatnot. So I just love the CD. I love the album. I'm shocked that it's not as accepted widely because there are a lot of people saying it's mid. And I'm going to fight the temptation of saying they're all Drake fans, but
Listen, bro, this is and there's a lot of people who did not like Mr. Morale, right? If you were seeing people saying it's mid, it's people that I don't know where they're from. They're not on YouTube. They're not on any of the reaction channels, even in the comments. They're literally, it has to be Drake fans. Like, I'm not on Facebook. Like I said, my Facebook is hacked. So are you seeing it on Facebook? Because it ain't on anything else I've seen, bro.
well, it's mostly comments on Instagrams and
Drake fans.
YouTube. I mean, I'm not like
Drake fans. It's Drake fans.
Listen, man, it may be a bias. You know what I'm saying? It
It
may be a bias. It may be me being biased because I actually love I understand that he's a conscious rapper and not everybody gonna listen to it. Not everybody are mature enough to accept whatever messages he's trying to tell us or whatever. So I'm not gonna do that because at the end of the day, everybody got their
right. But what
own
I'm
opinion.
saying is that the reaction that I've seen, and again, it's all about the algorithm.
But
it's all tailored.
Are they fans of Kendrick? Because if you're
That's the thing.
if
A
you're a
lot of
Kendrick
them
fan,
are
you gotta
not
love it.
fans of Kendrick, is what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
You gotta love it.
No, I said a lot of them are not fans of Kendrick. There's a lot of people who just say, "Oh yeah, this shit hard. This shit slapping. This shit is knocking." You feel me? Like, and these are from channels where I would go, where there's a lot of people who don't like Kendrick, right? So I'll just name some, right? Like, it's a couple YouTube channels like According to Hip Hop, the Rap Roundtable, and the people that flock to those channels leave comments. They're not the biggest Kendrick fans because they find him overrated and stuff like that. They even saying it's knocking, right? So you're gonna find those comments, but you gotta pay attention to who is commenting. Take a look, bro. If it's some nigga that look like he's fly or some trying to be too cool for school, bro, it's a Drake fan, dog. I've learned that Drake fans love Drake because he makes them think that they're cooler than they are, bro. He's a corny nigga that think he is for corny niggas that don't realize they're corny, bro.
Let's not do this, man.
Nah, it's facts, bro.
Nah.
Nah, it's facts, bro.
Nah, I don't want to be that nigga because even if it's hate, bro, I don't want to be that nigga that sit there and share more hate with the motherfuckers. I don't like Drake, but out of all the songs he dropped, I like No Face. outside of everything else is like, eh.
Well, this isn't a Drake is a whack rapper debate. This is
No, but
you
it's
niggas lost the battle, dog.
no,
Let it
but
go.
it's the
Right.
music. If it don't attract you, it don't attract you. I can't sit there and hold.
But
it
what I'm
against you.
saying is that this is, bruh, this is not like Mr. Morale. Mr. Morale is very divisive. This has been people have overwhelmingly flocked to the point that, yo, this is
No,
fire.
but if you call something mid, is it calling something bad?
No, mid is the new word that people just go to because nobody knows how to actually critique an album anymore. There's 2 words that people either call it. 3 words: fire, mid, or trash, bro.
Literally, that's the meter. That's the meter right there.
Like nobody can critique an album. Nobody can say, "Hey, I like a couple songs on this album. I don't really care for that." It's mid, it's trash, or it's fire. There's no in between anymore, bruh. Like people are conditioned to just.
But mid is supposed to be the in between.
No, mid is calling something trash. Mid is not mediocre anymore. Nobody even knows what mediocre is. Mediocre is the worst. It's a terrible word for its meaning because it sounds significantly worse than what it actually means.
Yeah, right,
Mediocre just means in the middle.
right.
But mediocre sounds like you're saying something's awful. Like,
Run of the mill, bland as fuck. Yeah,
this is not a mediocre project. You can't have a project that has Gloria, reincarnated, whacked out murals, Man in the Garden.
bro. The shit again, bro. It has no skips, man. Like this is an album that has no skips. And to like piggyback off of what Gerson was saying, in my opinion, like I really fucked with the album. I've actually had a chance to listen to it 2 times. I listened to it last night. I listened to it this morning. Because the thing with Kendrick, his music is often so layered that you kind of got to give it multiple views, multiple listens. I mean, sometimes to even get the meaning of certain songs and what he's trying to do. I didn't even realize until like the second listen, like what actually he was going for with a lot of his songs, and the fact that he was portraying certain people, like portraying Jimi Hendrix or portraying Whitney Houston or portraying, like there are different artists and different people who he kind of takes on their characters in his music. And one thing I can say about this album that kind of took me by surprise was the fact that this was a Kendrick album that wasn't highly conceptualized, right? Like you go back to Pimp a Butterfly, Mr. Morale, Damn, you know what I mean? Like the last, like a lot of the albums that Kendrick has dropped basically since like Section 80, a lot of the albums that Kendrick has dropped have been like highly conceptualized. Like he's had like a certain type of story or certain type of message he was trying to tell. I really like this version of Kendrick because this was just a version of Kendrick that was kind of like he's in tune 100% all the way with his West Coast vibe, and he wasn't trying to really kind of bring a concept. It was just more like Kendrick just being like, you know what, I'm gonna make an album that y'all motherfuckers can bop to and vibe to. Like the actual album itself has the perfect amount of songs that be riding and songs that you could just roll up and smoke to. So I'm really fucking with the album, man. Like the fact that Gerson, I ain't gonna hold you. Like Herbie, like you see a one person here and there who gonna be hating, but I've seen an overwhelmingly positive reaction for this album, dog. Because and it's kind of hard to argue, bro. Like it's literally no skips. It's like no skips on this shit.
Well, the album was way shorter than I expected because 44 minutes is just like that's a heartbeat, bro. Honestly,
Feels like a mixtape, to be honest. It feels more like a mixtape. Yeah.
It is. To me, this is Untitled Unmastered too. It just has a name,
Yeah.
right? Like, so I'm going into this assuming that this is not an official album, and that's perfectly fine. It's just his quality of work is so quality that his throwaways are just significantly better than people's best work, bro.
Crazy.
Like that's what we're talking about with the artist and the rapper on the level of Kendrick Lamar, right? And to me, my biggest takeaway from the album or the project is not the project itself. It is the dominoes that have fallen because of the album. Some of the content, some of the lyrics that were portrayed on the album, and the other side, which is, in my opinion, and again, I could be wrong, but the strategy of releasing the album right now. So I'll start with some of the lyrics. accuses Snoop Dogg of being on edibles supposed to Taylor made. That's funny.
I died when I
That
heard
shit
that.
had me laughing.
That lie killed me the first time I heard it, bro. I said, "Damn, Kendrick, you just came. You came with the flamethrower,
This
bro."
nigga's a very petty individual.
Like,
Like,
damn,
Nigga
dog.
say it must have been the edibles that made Snoop post that, bro. I had to let it go. That's funny. Then you have the other line, you feel me, the other things like I strangled a goat. But then there's the biggest one, which is, and again, in my opinion, this wasn't a diss, but how people are reacting, how people are commenting, how people are talking about it, they're just making it a diss for rage bait and other reasons, engagement farming. But now it's going to live on as a diss. When Kendrick said, bro, you feel me, I used to bump Carter 3 while I hold my rollie down. And then yada, 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 my hard work let Wayne down. That's him saying that. Anybody who knows Kendrick is a super Wayne fan. Kendrick, favorite rapper growing up was Wayne. Kendrick has a whole mixtape dedicated to Wayne. He has his own version of The Drought. Like, he's a Wayne fanatic. So I know it hurt him to know that this is a byproduct of it.
Your idols become rivals. That's
what happened, though.
That's what they say.
Is that really a thing?
What?
That
It can only be one. This nigga wants to be the greatest of all time.
No, I got that. I give it to him. I honestly give it to him. I honestly sat there and think that honestly, bro, he probably have the best discography of a hip hop artist ever.
It's him and Ye, and it depends on how much you want to take the later Ye projects into account. But yeah, it's getting harder and harder to argue. It's just him and Ye at this point.
No, but with that being said, it's just more like, as much as he may love Wayne, in my mind, he been past that nigga. He honestly passed almost everybody when Damn came out. Because it was just like 3 for 4. Or, no, it was 3 for 3.
It would have been 3 for 3 unequivocal. Well, I'm not going to say unequivocal. To me, my personal favorite hip-hop album of all time is To Pimp a Butterfly. But there's a lot of people who don't like it. But you could say at worst 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3. It's really 3 for 3. Let's keep it a bean. But there's gonna be people that's gonna argue. The unarguables are Damn and Good Kid, Mad City.
No, but my point is, even with Mr. Morale, as much as people disrespect it, it still was a great album. And if you're a K. Dot fan, you loved it. So to me, he just know his road, what he's gonna spit, how it's gonna go. And the fact that this is not the actual album has me anticipating whatever he's gonna drop later, because it's just more like, damn, this ain't it, and he dropped this.
I know it's not the album, and the reason why I know it's not the album is because the intro, the song that's on the trailer for the album, wasn't on this album, and that shit sound like it's gas, nigga. Like, I'm like, whoo.
Bro, I ain't gonna hold you. When I heard that Squabble Up, and I was just like, oh, wait, isn't this the song that for the music video for Not Like Us?
Yeah.
I was like, damn, man, this nigga Kendrick diabolical, man.
That shit knocks.
That
Shit be knocking.
What?
Right?
Man.
So let me go ahead and finish the point I was making, because I don't want it to get lost. The other half of it is the strategic point, right? There's 2 things that this project serves, in my opinion. One, the obvious point is to gear up for the Super Bowl, to make material for the Super Bowl, which is why he has projects that you can play at a stadium. You're going to hear TV off at the Super Bowl, for sure. You're going to hear Mustard!
Fucking Kendrick, man.
You're going to hear that at the Super Bowl. But I think the other thing that this did is, and again, this is somebody who is at the point where it's, fuck y'all, it's me. I don't care about anybody else. Y'all are all my rivals now. And I'm taking that to heart. This beef has showed me who's on my side and who is not, and I'm acting accordingly. This was to step on whatever Cole was going to bring out this year.
Interesting. I didn't even consider that point.
He is stepping, because think about this. Cole just dropped his podcast or his audio, whatever thing he has. He has a series, and that's basically the beginning, that rollout to the fall off, right? We're not, a week away, a week removed from Cole dropping an audio podcast, and then you drop this and took the life out of anything that Cole had. Cole has to drop the best album in his career.
Right, just to be relevant in this space right now. It's crazy.
He has to drop the best album of his career to compete with what Kendrick did, and I think that was the point. he knows that there's nothing Drake can do. Drake is not even in discussion no more. There's nothing Drake can say.
Bro, where is like just is I know a bit of a sidebar. What has Drake been up to, bro? I feel like since the battle, that nigga's been ghost.
He needs to be ghost. You know, he had a whole situation with DeMar DeRozan. God, this guy's a fucking loser. Like, he had a whole situation with DeMar DeRozan at the what's it called, a game and whatnot. Like, he is still wants to be visible, but I do think that this battle, and this is why this battle was more devastating than the Pusha T battle. For all what Pusha T did, for all like Story added on one of the greatest diss tracks of all time, it didn't do anything to Drake. If anything, it made him stronger because he dropped Scorpion, which is arguably his biggest album.
What?
Yes.
No.
Views is his biggest commercial album for a week. The biggest songs he's ever did is on Scorpion.
No, but that's because of God Plan and what else? What's up?
God Plan. Fucking Hey Kiki, Do You Love Me? That's on Scorpion. Fucking what's the one? Made her right, then I done made her left.
That wasn't that big.
That's a huge record.
That's not.
That's a huge record.
That's
Gerson.
not as big as fucking.
That's bigger than anything on Views aside from Work. That's one of his biggest records, bro. I'm telling you, dog. Like his biggest songs.
I'll take your word for it.
His biggest songs are all on Scorpion as a collective.
No, I know his biggest song is on Scorpion. I'm not with the, all of them were the biggest songs. Like what? But the only reason I disagree is because like Joe Budden pointed it out, but like everybody pointed out some shit.
Okay,
about
I got
him.
you. Wait.
Yeah.
Let me just pull it up real quick.
Survival.
We got God's Plan.
That's
we
his
got
biggest record
In My
ever.
Feelings.
Okay.
We got
Mob Ties.
We got Mob Ties.
Okay.
We got I'm Upset, and we got Nonstop. You have 5 huge. Those are top 20 records in Drake's catalog.
That's not a problem. Top
but that's
20,
what I'm saying.
Cool.
5 of them came on the same album.
Yeah, but how many albums is he in?
He has a plethora of albums. I'm telling you that if you really just look at the numbers, Nonstop, Mob Ties, In My Feelings, and then you have Nice for What? That's a huge Drake record. That's a huge Drake record. Ratchet Happy Birthday. That's a huge Drake record, bro. Like, his biggest album is Scorpion.
I don't think so.
It's either that or Views, bro. You take your pick.
I think it's Views, and then I think it's what's it called?
It's Views or Scorpion. You cannot have any other argument about his biggest album.
What about the fucking one that won him a bunch of Grammys? The fucking
Take Care is not his biggest album. Take Care made him a superstar. It's not his biggest album. The argument begins and ends with Scorpion or Views, bro.
Okay, bro. If you I'll let you I don't care. I'm not a Drake fan. I don't care, bro.
I'm telling you this as a Drake fan. I'm just letting you know. Like, if you're talking commercially, 732,000 first week. Like, this is his biggest album. It's either this or Views. But again, the point I was trying to make is that Story added on, he lost the battle. He didn't lose the war. He became bigger. He became stronger.
I mean, I don't know, bro.
It ain't no, I don't know.
No, because my biggest thing is saying this is because, he's the most popular artist. But obviously, he's not the most respected artist.
Who cares about respect when he's trying to make billions? Like, that's the point. This is hurting his pocket. Losing to Kendrick made him irrelevant almost. He will never be irrelevant because it's Drake. But nobody actually cares what he's doing.
No, but nobody cared before, bro. The last 3 to 4 projects been ass. Or on what you to expect from him has been ass.
Yeah, but Gerson, you gotta understand
You know
too. Like, Drake's following is so big, and there are so many people who just gravitate to his music. Like, I remember when Certified Lover Boy came out.
He made music for the birds, man.
Yeah, but guess what? But that gets him enough popularity, enough traction, enough everything.
No, but this is where I have a problem with people being on his dick, dog.
You're saying about being on his dick.
No, but it is, bro.
No, it's not. I'm not having the conversation being on his dick. I'm having the conversation on what are the facts of actually what happened.
What happened
His biggest record came after him losing a battle. That's a fact.
That's cool, brother.
So
and after Scorpion might be his last good piece of work, bro.
But again, it happened after he got embarrassed.
And
he made the best biggest project of his career.
Here's the thing, in which I agree with. The problem is, what's his name was not big enough to embarrass him.
That's the point that I'm trying to get now. which is this is why I said this project. This ain't even his album.
This is the first opponent that he has that's been somewhere close to his equal.
This is the first opponent, and this is the only opponent that he will ever go against that he can't big bro. He lost to Big Pusha T, and he still could big bro Pusha T by ruining his concerts, buying out his concerts, making it a lot hard to do certain things. He can do none of that to Kendrick Lamar. He can never big bro Kendrick Lamar.
I hear you, but it's not even that to me, because I think people that are truly into hip hop always seen him as a bitch ass nigga. Like,
Gerson, we don't care about the niggas who are hip hop heads.
No, but I'm talking about the fact that his popularity made him look bigger than he was. And that's why people don't expect everybody to hate him and all that other stuff. But
Gerson,
when he came out, I remember how
made him bigger than he was, and he's arguably the biggest rap artist of all time, bro. It ain't no bigger than he was, bro. Like,
I mean,
he's the biggest.
He's the biggest.
It's him or Eminem, bro.
He's the pop artist.
It's him or Eminem.
They both.
No matter how you feel, no matter how you feel about it,
feel,
the facts are the facts.
Whatever. That's not what we're arguing, bro.
The facts are the facts, man.
The facts are the facts, bro.
The facts.
Me, I'm not a Drake
fan,
fan,
but you get a bunch of
but
crackers to buy your shit.
That's fine.
Okay.
What do you think underground artists do? What do you think Tech Nine do? You've ever been to a Tech Nine show? It's none but white people there, because white people actually support. White people actually buy shit. Why you think Pitbull left hip hop, dog? Why you think Lil Jon is never coming back to this shit, bro? Because niggas don't actually support. Niggas get online and argue, but they don't actually buy your fucking music. Tyler didn't sell 300,000 first week because the majority of his fan base is black. No. Niggas are terrible, bro. Anybody who's in this will tell you the worst fan base to live and die with are the black fans, bro. Because black people don't actually support black people, bro.
Well, that's damaged people, dog. The first thing I tried to do is support this nigga Kendrick. It's just they made it extremely hard to find a way to buy his album. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and again, another reason why I don't really think this is an album. This is a streaming project. We are in a streaming world, right? The fact that you can't go out and buy it probably means that it's not actually, it just gives more credence that this is not an album. It's just now it's murky, and you don't want to say it's an EP because that might count against you if you're in a contract, which doesn't apply to him because he is, he's on his own label and whatnot. But there's a lot of different things to why he's being coy with people who know it's not an album. Ish or Ice from the Joe Budden podcast say he got a text was like, hey, bro, this ain't even an album. So I know this is not the album, but it's a project. We have lived in a world where mixtapes are albums anyway for a very long time, dog.
Very long time.
Anybody will tell you.
The Dat Piff era, man.
The Dat Piff era. Gucci's best projects are all mixtapes. His best albums are mixtape. It's all original music. So that's why I don't really want to get caught up in that. I just want to finish this point before we move on. This is a strategic move. This did a lot of things. This ended a lot of arguments in one fell swoop. This shut up the people that said, damn, bro, what you gonna play at the Super Bowl? Not like us 15 times? That's dead. This ended the argument, this nigga don't make West Coast music. That's dead. This ended the argument, this people don't put people on from his city. That's dead.
Just taking headshot after headshot after headshot.
So
man.
when they say that Jay Rock is not from the West Coast,
but Jay Rock was on the label with him. They're talking about him specifically. If you really look at it, on his projects, on his albums, who is from the West Coast that is really on a lot of his albums? Good Kid, Mad City had MC8. To Pimper Butterfly, who was from the West Coast that was on To Pimper Butterfly? Like it wasn't a lot of people. You had Ronald Isley on there. You had that actual gave vocals. Other than you had Bilal on there. Bilal ain't from Cali. Like you know what I'm saying? Damn. Yeah, U2 and Rihanna. You know what I'm saying? Like this was a West Coast. This was a West Coast project. There's a lot of niggas that I never even heard of that's on here. There's a lot of people that's underground that's on here. That's like really popping in LA, but only in LA. That's on here, bro. So this was a statement. He's one of the rare people that could make a album that's unique to his area and where he's from, but it's bangs for people that's not from there. That is a talent. That's a special talent to have. That's what Pac did. That's what a lot of the old 90s New York niggas did. They had a unique sound that is specific to their region, but it sounds good Okay, before we switch over to the next topic though, man, give me your favorite song so far. Start with you, Rod. If you could do a top 5, well, it's 12 songs. Let's do a top 3.
I mean, you want me to do a top 3?
Man, just give me your favorite songs. Fuck it. There ain't no point.
I mean, dude, the album is so good. Like I said, this is an album with no skips, so like this is an album where you really can't go wrong. But my favorites off the album, Reincarnated, definitely. That song has so many layers to it. The Heart Part 6, jamming. Whacked Out, of course. Like an intro disc, you can't go wrong with that. TV Off, Gen X. I mean, I guess I'll stop there. I could probably list the whole fucking album, but I'll stop there.
I'll
stop there.
All right,
I'll stop
Gerson?
there.
So looking at the album, it has to be TV Off. Has to be Heart 6.
Buster.
And it has to be what's the other one?
The fucking memes have been flowing
Dodger
again,
Blue.
bruh.
Dodger Blues, another one.
The memes have already started, dog. This nigga's very smart, bruh. Like, he's very smart. He understands.
He's calculating.
Well,
as
to
fuck.
be honest, it's all the stuff that Drake did. Earlier, he was the mean guy. Everything was a meme and stuff.
100%. And that's the thing. Drake has lost his ability to be a caption. That was so important of his career. And again, I don't want this to be a Drake podcast. That was not the intention. But that is what he is doing. He understands the moment. He understands taglines. Like even with so for me, I know this is going to be one of the projects where in 3 months I'm going to have a completely different top 3 because it already started. My first listen, my favorite song was Whacked Out Murals. Now, unequivocally, my favorite song is Hey Now. Like, it ain't the best song by far, but it's my personal favorite. So, Whacked Out Mural, Man in the Garden.
Man in the Garden. Hey man, that song, that shit slap.
That's a hard song.
That's just
like
slap.
he's telling you.
That's just slap.
He's telling you why he is the way he is on there. Like,
That's
dog,
just
I
slap.
deserve all of this shit, bro. I put the work
yeah,
in,
yeah,
bro.
that's just
Like,
slap. That whole album, bro. Like
Yeah.
Kendrick just has a way of doing this shit, man.
Yeah, he's a talented nigga, bro. So for me, yeah. So if I was, my personal favorites for sure is Whacked Out Murals, Man in the Garden, Hey Now, and Hey Now definitely being number 1. Reincarnated is incredible. Gloria is really good. But yeah, Hey Now, that's my shit. Like
Man,
that
even
nigga,
Squabble Up, man. I mean,
That- yeah,
dude,
Squabble Up is hard,
you
too.
could like, bro, you can listen
That shit
to
is
every
hard.
fucking song.
Yeah.
That shit crazy.
started to see spaceships on roads crash. that shit gonna be a
Dope.
banger, dog.
Dope.
It made me want to go to LA for a day just to see how that shit knocking in LA, dog. I ain't gonna hold you, bro. I know that.
You know
shit
they
going-
lit right now, boy.
They going stupid,
They
bro.
lit, dog.
All right, man. Let's transition, man. Next topic. This is a 2-part topic, but it all flows into one, and it's basically a conversation that I wanted to have on the future of what sports is going to be. Me and you talked about it briefly on the football pod when we had our guest J Mac on it, or John Mac on it, and he as a hockey fan, which I didn't even know was this bad, where he was just explaining to watch your favorite team right now, you might need 3 different subscriptions. Like it's that
Insane.
bad.
It's insane. It's insane.
It's disgusting at this point. And that's what's happening with basketball. Like I've been watching a lot of videos on why the ratings the NBA are tanking, and they are bad. Like they're legitimately bad.
I've been watching NBA all this season, and my team is doing good, which is the crazy part.
Well, when people say that, I just thought it was like maybe they're not counting in streams and stuff like that. Maybe
They're counting
just-
streams. Everything is counted. The only thing that they can't count is the illegal streams. But the illegal streams is there for everybody. No other sport lost viewership. Even with illegal streams, everything went up. So the problem with the NBA is, one, there's no reason to buy league pass because you can't watch your favorite team. You can't watch the team that from your reason. Like you could get league pass
Right,
because
because
you don't
the
live in
Warriors
Oakland.
are in the West Coast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
Yeah.
if you lived in Oakland, you couldn't watch the Warriors, right?
on League Pass, right?
On League Pass. What the fuck?
Stupid.
What kind of, that's the same shit they do with Sunday Ticket. You can't watch the Dolphins. It forces you to watch it on the local network, but they're not going to play it every single fucking time.
Right.
Basketball is on cable. It's a everyday sport.
There are plenty of times they have it on ESPN and NBA TV and all these
So,
different channels.
That's
yeah.
one problem. And the other problem is that now with the numbers that the Mike Tyson fight brought, all of these sports are going to the streamers, dog. All of them. They're going to the streamers.
Dude, you know, it's I know you have a bigger point to get to her, but
Nah, go ahead, bro. Do your thing.
I got to get this off my chest, man. I didn't watch the fight live. When I seen the little pre-fight shit where Tyson slapped him and shit, and I just thought to myself like, God, like this shit's so staged. This shit's so fucking staged. And then the next day, because I didn't even watch the fight that night, my coworkers were talking about it like, man, I can't believe fuck Jake Paul, and people, what's crazy, dog? Like people buy into this shit, Herbie. And I don't think people realize because you're a bigger boxing fan now than I am. But Herbie, you remember me back when we were younger.
You're the one who made me a boxing fan. You're
Bro,
the biggest boxing fan I've met in my life.
Boxing, once upon a time, was my favorite sport. And I still love boxing. Like I still go back and I watch videos. I don't keep up with the new boxers as much, even though there's some good young up and coming boxers. But watching the success that the stream had, just in terms, not even the stream itself, because a lot of people told me that shit was fucking crashing. It wasn't high quality. Like it was. But when people talk about the fight itself, when you see that a fucking influencer, a TikToker, a YouTuber, and Jake Paul can fight a has-been 60-year-old and Mike Tyson and break Netflix numbers, like it just goes to show me how far the sport of boxing has fallen to where people don't even want to see skilled gladiators fighting anymore. People just want to see a fucking train wreck. People want to see a car crash.
Now, and that's ultimately where I'm at with it, right? Because I'll come back around to that because I want to stick to the streamer part first, right? So to finish what I was saying, and we're definitely going to come back to that. This is where it's going, and the reason why I know it's where it's going is because look at what the NFL is investing in the Christmas game. They have Beyonce as the halftime show, dog, for the Netflix Christmas game, dog.
Bread, boy. You got to put some bread, boy. To get Beyonce for the
They
halftime?
have Beyonce for the halftime show, dog.
This is all I want to say. Like, it's not like pay-per-view, but my boy, like, it's just people already paid for Netflix, and they're just like, okay, I'm gonna watch this.
Gerson, you got to think about the long play. The long play, that's the point. Look to what you just said. It's not like it's pay-per-view. That mindset is going to keep you paying whatever that subscription is.
That's
long
not
term.
true, nigga.
Yes, it is.
Oh.
Because put it like this. I know this is for a fact. This is where it got fucked up. It got fucked up last year.
Well, okay, and sorry to cut you off. Football would be the only reason it's worth it. If we're going off the Jake Paul and Tyson
I'm only
fight,
talking. This conversation that we're having now is only about football.
okay, but I'm just saying, just because they had 60 million views or whatever, a lot of people was disappointed. And a lot of people could sit there and be like, yo, that ain't worth shit. Nah, they didn't really. If you
I'm gonna
already
be
had a
honest with you,
Netflix
not to
account,
cut you off. I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you. Anybody who is disappointed is a fucking idiot, and you deserve what happened to you. No. I'm gonna tell you why. Because this is not the first time that Jake Paul has disappointed niggas, bruh.
Well, no.
Thank you.
but
Thank
I
you.
think
His last fight was like, man, that shit was a waste of time, bro.
With
That shit
who?
was a disappointment.
Who was it with?
It was Anderson Silva. Actually, he knocked him out. It's when he fought Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury's brother, Jason Fury. This is what you get. Niggas is like, why is Rosie Perez there? She's been on the last 3 fights.
No, well,
That's
no,
just
'cause
WWE,
the only thing that confused me is because in their contract they wasn't supposed to really go after each other like that. I can understand that from
What contract says that? I haven't personally seen
no,
that contract.
this is what I'm hearing. I can't sit there and be like, I know what the fuck it is. This is the rumors that I hear that they weren't really supposed to try to knock each other out and whatnot. And I understand that when you're dealing with a 60-year-old man, bro. I don't really understand that with a young 26. He's 26, right, Jake Paul?
26, 27, yo.
Yeah, so I didn't understand him not giving Tyson the chance to knock him out. But hey, man, whatever, bro. I don't care. I just didn't get people sitting there looking at the old man that Tyson is and being like they expected prime Mike Tyson. It didn't make sense to me. But I didn't watch it. I didn't give a fuck, man. It came and
Thank
went.
you, bro. I'm happy you didn't watch it, bro. There's our mutual friend Prescott was like, "You finna watch that?" I'm like, "Nigga, did you just ask me that? The fuck you just asked me? What? What? I was offended. And now they're saying that again. I seen it. It was on IG. I haven't verified it, The official is 60 million, but I even seen which without reposted it was 108 million. That's why I said 100. It's probably maybe you know what? That might be globally the 40 million from everybody else. That's 108 million fucking dumbasses, dog. Like, what did y'all expect? If this was the first time that Jake Paul has fought or put on a product that was similar to this, like this was the first time.
Or to be fair, let's be fair. Isn't the first time that he faced someone that was 60?
No, this is fuck who he fought. I'm talking about the product. The experience, what you took time to watch.
But you know what, Herbie? To your point, you saying that just brought up something to me. Well, I remember like the day before the fight, like a lot of the Chicos, the older Chicos at work, and this is how Jake Paul, this is how he gets people, right? The thing about people like him and the way that they do this, they do business now is that they play on people's ignorance, right? So them old Chicos at my job were just like, oh man, Mike Tyson. Man, Tyson's gonna fuck him up. He's gonna knock him out. So all the Chicos at work, all the older Chicos at work were just like, oh yeah, man, I can't wait to watch Tyson knock him out. I can't. The next day they were just like, oh man, that shit was bullshit. Da 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 da. It didn't look like they were trying. And I was telling them niggas, I was like, man, I told them niggas when they were saying Tyson, I said, first of all, listen, Tyson is a legend, but the guy's 58. That's number one. Number two, this shit is for entertainment. Like these guys, this is not like a real thing. Like this is all for money. They know what people want to see. People want to believe. It's almost kind of like when McGregor fought Mayweather in the boxing ring. People wanted to believe that, oh man, Conor might knock out Mayweather. Like there was a lot of people who came out to watch that for that reason. Now, those of us who have fucking brains and understood that Mayweather is literally arguably the greatest boxer of all time going up against Conor, who has never been a boxer, who was in UFC, we knew what was going to happen. But to the people who are ignorant, to the people who want to see Mayweather fall, they were all willing to put their attention and their time and their money for it. That's what I seen with Jake Paul, with the people around me in my vicinity. It's a small sample size, but that's what I was seeing. People wanted to see, people believe in the lie because people don't even realize like Jake Paul is just doing this for show to get his money. Like they're never going to put him in the ring with someone that can actually fuck him up.
Hey, listen, remember when I told you were about to make 100 mil beating niggas' asses? And y'all laughed at me like I wasn't saying something serious? But this nigga beat Sylvia. He beat Mike Tyson.
But here's the thing, though.
No, but he did it with being the he's been the headliner as the draw for all of his fights, right?
Yeah, and you got put like this. The stick was losing steam. The last two fights he did, they didn't do well. He was smart enough, and this is why I give it to him. He's a very smart businessman when it comes to this. He followed the Mayweather blueprint to the T. How can I find the perfect person to piss niggas off to fight? Nobody was better than Mike Tyson. This is the apex. There's nobody you can get beyond Mike Tyson. Who else are you gonna get?
Not at 60.
This is the peak.
Not at 60.
Gerson, fuck his.
Yeah, but
nobody's
Gerson,
talking about the fight, man.
Yeah. It's not about the fighter, his age. But I will say, Gerson, people will always believe in the legend. When I heard the old Chicos talk about, oh, Tyson, even now, I'm looking at these niggas like, bro, the nigga's 58, man.
Like, I'm not talking about the age. I never even took this as a serious thing. I'm talking about who can you get that's big enough to do this again. The list gets shorter and shorter. The bigger you go, the less people you have to match it. He has one option. It's Conor McGregor. That's it. That's all he has left is Conor McGregor.
I would think Floyd Mayweather. His brother got him, but like
they already did it, and people hated that fight, man.
No, but that was Jake. That was
Logan Paul,
Logan, yeah.
and everybody hated that fight, man.
Nah, but it would be more enjoy. Like Logan ain't fucking.
These are not serious fights, Gerson. Stop talking about it like they are.
No,
man.
but we're not talking about Mayweather like he's not doing the what they call it.
And nobody's watching him. Why this nigga's going to London to fight people that nobody's watching, bruh. If you see
he's still making millions, man.
That's fine. What I'm telling you is Floyd is not big enough to even do it anymore.
You sure?
I'm positive.
Yeah.
Once you go Mike Tyson, you reach a demographic. That demo was all these old ass Chicos that remembered Iron Mike Tyson from 1988, dog. He hit the perfect demographic, bruh. There's a lot of old people that wanted to see an old person shut up a young person, dog, because old people can't wait to tell people that are younger than them to shut the fuck up. And it didn't happen. That's why a lot of people paid
exactly
or
what it
took
was,
their
too.
Friday night to watch, dog.
No, but the only thing I would say about that is I don't concrete. Like if they let the punches fly like they used to, like it should be, maybe. I'm giving him the chance to maybe.
Stop talking about it like it's a real fight. They're never gonna fight for real, Gerson.
That's not luck.
It's
This
WWE,
is true.
man. That shit
Anybody that
WWE,
Jake Paul
bruh.
will fight that actually poses a threat, they are going to make it a rule where nobody locks home hurt, bruh. That's what happened with Mike Tyson.
But Mike Tyson's 60, man.
That's the point. Why he fought a 60-year-old, man.
Yeah, but how many?
Gerson,
60
what are you even doing right
many
now? I'm not
60
understanding
niggas-
what dance are we doing
so
right now,
Sylvia
dog.
was a fake fight?
I don't know. It probably was. I think Silva took a dive, bruh.
Listen, from
I
what
didn't watch it.
From
I'm
what
just
I heard,
saying.
from what I heard about the Tyson fight, from
We're
the
not talking
accounts.
about Tyson, man. I'm not talking about Tyson.
No,
more.
but I'm just saying you're asking if it's fake. What I heard from people who watched it, they were just like, okay, they said the first couple of rounds it looked real. Like it looked like they was trying, and then from the third round on, it was just like they were just coasting. So you take from that what you will. I
Do you
didn't
know
watch
how
this.
hard it is to coast for 5 straight rounds, dog? You gotta go out of your way to not throw a punch, bro. Like, you have to go out of your way to not throw a punch, dog. Like, it is very hard to not throw a punch for 2 minutes for 5 straight rounds, dog. Mike Tyson threw 73 punches total, landed 19, dog. Hey, what are we doing, man? Like, again, I have no issue. Mike Tyson got $20 million for it. Jake Paul got 40. Everybody got their bag. Everybody went home safe. Everybody went home and made it rain, dog. Only thing that Mike lost was some self-respect, bro. And he clearly don't care about that. He said it as much, bro. He wanted $20 million. He got it. Shout out to him, dog. Again, I wasn't even trying to get to that point. I was trying to make the point that this is where it is going. The NFL last year, when they put a playoff game, or was it 2 years ago, whatever it was, when they put it on
It was
Paramount
last year.
Plus,
Yeah.
and they saw the amount of record-breaking subscriptions of people who signed up just to watch that game, they said, "Oh, Netflix, look what our product can do for your subscription base. Look what happened with Paramount Plus, where nobody's watching Paramount Plus."
So, okay, and my only question is, that was a playoff game. Do you expect the same thing for a regular season
Yes,
game?
why they have? There's going to be people who's watching just for Beyonce.
I mean, at this point, who doesn't have Netflix? I don't.
Gerson, again, it's not about signing up. It's about keeping it. And Netflix is hoping that you keep it while they increase the price. $5 here, $7 here. You're like, shit, I want to cancel it, but that shit got NFL on top of all the other stuff that it has. And that's the point of this. It's
Listen,
a
I'm
business
missing
play.
a lot of. I had Prime. I had Amazon Prime. I'm missing a lot of football. I still don't regret it, bro. It depends on if you have the discipline to go without, my nigga. I'm not fucking buying
Based on,
your
all I'm saying is, what history do we have that's going to be the case? There's going to be a bubble, and they're just going to react to the bubble. But these streamers own everything. They're the only ones who have the money to pay for this shit at some point, sooner or later, dog. This is going. Monday Night Raw, wrestling. Wrestling is on Netflix now, starting next year, 2025 January.
Yeah, but Netflix wrestling been that shit. Wrestling been had their own group of people that's willing to buy their
Gerson,
shit and whatnot.
You keep missing the point. The point
No,
is,
I get what you're saying.
everything is heading there.
Okay, so my
Even
question,
the NBA is on there now,
no,
bro.
But my question is, do you believe they're gonna cable's going out?
Yes.
It's gonna go out of business.
Absolutely. Is it going to be there? Yeah, it's going to be there in some form or shape or fashion, but it's going to basically put it like this. Cable is going to be what the new version of whatever it is going to be. The people that can't compete with Netflix, Disney included, ganging up with other people. We've already seen it. Disney, Apple TV, and HBO, they all coming together. Or is Disney, Apple TV, Disney, HBO, and some other one? They're coming together and making their own package.
The only thing I have to say, bro, there's more people. The reason why I believe cable will never go out, there's more people that can afford all those different streaming than the people that do. So, like, cable is just It was the norm back in the day.
This is the norm now. The people who get cable are dying. The people who grew up with cable and understand cable
because
are
they
dying.
foolish. Most people that had cable and then all the streaming shit, they realize
Nobody
you can
liked
get most
cable
of the shit.
because people said this is too expensive. I watched 10 out of the 135 channels that I have, dog.
Yeah, but it's much easier. My part. Hey, wait. This just happened to my people. They thought, going online getting streaming would be easier. Motherfuckers quit, cancel all them shit, and went just right back to
the
cable.
people, like I said, they're dying out. How old is your pops? It's not for them. Cable is for them.
So you honestly believe
There's people that never grew up with cable that are in their 20s, dog. Hey, we're old, man.
No, but
Yes.
but my thing is they gotta realize, oh shit.
They can't realize it because they never experienced it,
It don't
Gerson. That's what
matter.
I'm
What
trying
you
to tell
talking
you,
about,
bro.
man?
There are people who
Who's
are
raising the
adults
kids, man?
that never
Who's
had
raising the kids?
cable. You're
That's
talking
ridiculous.
about grown adults who've never had cable.
No, bro, you're wrong. And the only reason you're wrong is because the only reason they think like that is because they did the shit illegally.
Okay, let me ask you right now. You can ask any of your cousins that are under 30 years old. Do they even remember cable? Like, the only thing they'll probably say is, yeah, I remember Nickelodeon. Yeah, I remember Disney Channel. They're not going to say I remember fucking Food Network or fucking Discovery
here's
or
the thing,
Or
my
even a
brother.
fucking preview channel.
No, but it's just common sense, Herbie.
Gerson, more people, the people that are growing up, never watched cable. Cable
Are you telling me
for
they don't
people-
have parents?
The parents that are pretty much our age at some point, a little bit older than us.
So you wait.
Think about this. Somebody who's 45 had a child at 25. That child is 20.
And they're 45.
And they're 45.
Yeah.
That
They got
child
10 years on us.
was not growing up with cable. That child grew up with Netflix.
Netflix was ass, bro.
Doesn't matter. They grew up with Netflix.
Netflix is
How
ass.
long do you think Netflix has been out, bro? That's all I'm saying. Like,
Since 07.
they grew up with Netflix, dog.
I know they grew up with it, but at the end of the day, it's still trash.
Who
If it-
cares? All
all
I'm
they have
saying
to
is
all
you're
they have
saying they're going to go back to something that they never, ever experienced or never really paid attention to having, bro. How can you go back to something? How can you long for something that you didn't really live with? Your parents
I'm
lived
not
with
saying
cable.
long. It's just common sense. Herbie.
Common sense, the common sense has to happen because they actually did it. They actually experienced it.
No,
All they
brother.
know is my telephone, TikTok, IG, whatever.
You said it multiple times. Adding all these different, subscriptions up, bro. You might as well get cable.
But the problem is that a lot of these kids don't have all of the subscriptions. All these kids don't watch all the stuff that they have. The only thing that has value right now is live sports, which is why the NBA put their fucking on so many different platforms. Because that's the only reason why you would get so many different platforms. If you want to watch one playoff game, you might have to watch Paramount Plus for football. If you want to watch another playoff game, you're going to have Netflix. If you're going to want to watch another playoff game, you're going to have Apple Plus. That's how you end up with all the subscriptions. If it wasn't for live sports, these niggas say, I got Netflix. I got sci-fi on Netflix. I got cartoons on Netflix. I have this on Netflix. I got anything I need on Netflix. I don't need the other ones. Why you think the NBA got $76 billion for 11 years? Because it's a live sport. Even with the ratings going down, look how much money they got. Because they made all of these different entities compete with each other for just a piece of the pie. Not a single one has exclusive rights to the NBA. Everyone gave them $5 or $6 billion here. So that's why I say these kids don't need Netflix. These kids don't care about television. Like, television is a thing that people our age care about. Unless it's a show that is popular like a Penguin that catches on in the zeitgeist that everybody's talking about. They don't care about a TV show, dog. What's the last big show you know, bruh? Who's sitting around outside of Game of Thrones? Who's sitting around talking about Breaking Bad? There's no Breaking Bad that everybody's talking about like that. No. So that's why I say cable is there's going to be a new version of it. That new version of cable is all of these companies that lost to Netflix, because all of them are already lost. Every single one, Disney, everybody lost already. They lost. It's over.
They definitely lost.
They lost.
It's not like something that's really talked about, but quietly.
All of them lost. They all lost. Disney Plus included.
Yeah, but that's what made them turn back to cable.
They didn't turn back. Nobody turned back the cable, Gerson. They're just combining their what's it called together and making new streaming platforms. They're consolidating and making new streaming platforms, and that will be the new cable. But cable is for old people, bruh. That's who it's for, dog.
If you all right, whatever. Bro. Whatever.
That's who it's for. Like, there's nobody that is 20 years old that's like, man, I need to go call Xfinity, bro. I want that Xfinity package, dog.
Because they're stupid.
Gerson, 90% of TV channels on cable, nobody watches. You don't watch.
No, that's okay. That's cool because you have. What you gotta understand is the option. As long as you got options, you can sit there. I got damn near every streaming service because as a family you share it with your people and whatnot. But at the end of the day,
what options do you have on cable though?
no. But my point is, cable is the one where you can find almost everything.
No, you can't.
There's always HBO, bro. There's always Cinemax. There's always fucking Disney Channel.
Nigga,
There's
the
always
best shows are not on cable. They're not putting their best product on cable anymore, bro. You're not watching The Penguin on cable. You feel me? It was so popular that they put it on HBO. It was a Cinemax. It was a Max show. And they said, "Oh, this shit is really popular. Let's put it on HBO too." It's the streaming service first, cable secondary.
Don't matter, Herbie. As long as they
clearly
get it.
matters. These are strategic moves,
As
dog.
long as they get it, my bro.
But again, what are you watching on cable? Nobody's watching Food Network, man. Nobody's watching 70% of the channels is on cable,
Just
dog.
because you don't enjoy that channel.
but
The reason
Food
why,
Network is my favorite channel of all time. My favorite show, what I say is the best show ever made, Diners, Dive-Ins, and Drives, is on Food Network. You're not going to tell me I don't enjoy Food Network.
No, my point is there's always somebody that enjoys it. That's why it's there.
Gerson, the number is smaller than that justifies the price tag that comes with it.
Brother. Cable has been, hey, bro, if you want this shit, it's here. That's always been the game plan.
Gerson, again,
So-
I just want you to do a social experiment.
But here's the thing with streaming though, like to Herbie's point, when it comes down to now, because of the way streaming is and YouTube and all these streaming services, they have all these cooking shows and cooking.
It's the same shit, right?
Right, but what I'm saying is that's why cable is becoming even more obsolete because you could just go directly to what the fuck you want to watch.
This is my problem. And I hear what you're saying, but it's damn near the same shit. When you pay for a service,
why would I spend $110 on cable when I could spend $30 on Netflix?
but you're
to
not
get
just
everything?
spending. You're just not spending $30. You have Netflix, then you
No,
have
you don't.
Crunchyroll.
You only need
then you have
Netflix.
Disney Plus.
You only
then
need
you have-
Netflix.
Niggas
you only
not
need
only
Netflix.
using Netflix,
But what I'm
man.
telling you is you only need Netflix.
Niggas are not just
You
using
can't
Netflix.
watch anything on Crunchyroll on cable. You're not watching Dan to
But my
Dan
whole
on cable,
point
nigga.
is with Netflix, you don't just have Netflix. You may have
Gerson,
HBO
the
Plus.
point is
You-
the products that are on the streaming services are not on cable.
that's cool, brother.
You can't watch The Mandalorian on Xfinity.
That's cool, brother. My point is, you're not just buying one streaming service. If you're stuck in the streaming verses, you have multiples. That's my point.
And
Which
my
would add
point
up
is
to what
the
you got with cable.
product is the determining factor of what you're going to pay for. The reason why people still have cable is because one of the biggest shows in the past 50 years is on cable, Yellowstone. That's it. If Yellowstone was on Netflix, the people who are watching it on cable would go to Netflix.
But Herbie, that's why all these motherfuckers have a chance. As long as you have something to stick to a customer, you still have a chance.
Gerson,
You still
like I
have a
said,
single.
bro, ask all your cousins that are under 30 years old. You
I
can
don't give a
ask
fuck
them
about
all,
them
bro.
niggas, man.
Ask them, do they have cable, bro?
I don't care, bro. I'm not asking them niggas shit.
Because, again, the people who have cable already had cable, and they're old and they're dying, bro. I'm sorry, dog. Like,
They got a good 20, 30 years. Maybe in 40 years.
maybe, bro.
Maybe in 40
bro.
years.
Shit. Any last things y'all wanted to talk about? Nah, sit down, baby. Sit
I
down.
think we covered most of what we was gonna talk about today, right? For the most part.
Well, the funny story I want to talk about is the Jay Leno story about him getting his ass whooped.
All right, man,
No-
fire away.
No, because nobody knows why, but apparently he got his ass beat. Well, his what he say happened is he tripped down a hill and fell.
That was a real excuse, bro.
That's what his excuse was.
Get
He
the
jumped
fuck
down
out
the
of
hill
here,
for
man. Get the fuck
like
out of
60
here.
feet or whatever, and then he
Oh
still
my
he had
God.
shows to do, and he still did them. But apparently, on his face was marked up and his hand was busted. So everybody believed he got beat up by monsters. But you know what? It's just a funny story where like you get your ass beat, but you're not gonna tell anybody the truth. Everybody had that story of like, yo, whatever really happened to you, you're not gonna let nobody know. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah,
just gonna
I
make
just
up a
tripped out. I
story.
just tripped out the stairs, bro.
You're gonna
That's
make up a story, but you know, like, and the biggest reason is why are you at a Hamptons Inn, bro? You're worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Why you at the Hamptons Inn, dog?
My dog had to slide in a little sham.
Nobody believes you, man.
My dog had to slide in a little something. He seen something a little greasy that he had to slide in.
So I mean, that's the only thing I wanted to touch on. But outside of that, we good, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't got anything else either, bro. I just the NFL, man. Come on, bro. NBA couldn't have Christmas, dog. They couldn't have.
The
that,
NFL
dog.
said they want it all, bro. Cookie
God
Monster,
damn,
man.
bro.
Cookie Monster, man.
Jesus Christ, man. All right, man. With that, man, we see y'all next week, man.
Deuces.